Here is a Nissan Murano. Before we get started though, let me give a quick shout out to Naya Motors Inc. for letting us use the car today to film the videos. They are a used car dealer here in Ottawa, Canada. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory. Now let's go ahead and get started. Open up the driver's side door. Right over there at the bottom you'll find the primary hood release lever. Pull it. Now in front of the vehicle, right on top of the Nissan emblem there, on the left edge, put one finger in there and then push it left. So push it left and at the same time lift up the hood. The hood stays in place, being supported by those two struts over there. Once the hood is open, that right there is where the battery is. Now for this job, what you will need is a 10mm wrench or a 10mm socket ratchet combination. If you use the socket ratchet combination, make sure the socket is a long deep one so it can go with the long studs there. First we'll start with taking off this negative terminal wire. So just loosen this, and the idea is to just loosen this enough that we can wiggle that wire off the negative battery post. Just like that. Get the wire out and keep it somewhere aside so there's no more accidental contact. Repeat the process for the positive one. Let's get the cap off, loosen that wire and take this off. Now if it's not moving like this, like if it's just stuck over there, I'll show you a trick. Get a flathead screwdriver, a long thick one like this, and what we'll do is we'll try and pry this like a lever from the bottom there, and if that doesn't work either, the other way to do it is just put it right over there, wedge it in there and then twist it to pry it open. Do this a few times and at this point it should be loose. Just get the wire off the battery post and set it aside. Now the nut over there, let's loosen this and just keep at it. Now at some point it's going to start spinning, that's because there's a rod over there underneath the nut. Yep, that one. So just keep your hand on there and just keep some pressure on it while you take the nut off. So that should prevent the rod from spinning and you'll be able to get the nut out. Keep that nut somewhere safe. Get that one bolt over there, get that off. Now let's repeat the process for the other nut. Now if the entire bracket's just spinning over there, just put the first nut back in its place, put it in a couple threads and then loosen this nut. Now at some point this second nut is just going to be spinning in its place. No matter what you do, the rod underneath is just going to keep on spinning. What's likely happening is that the rod is not in its place anymore and you'll be able to just get this whole thing raised like this. At this point just get the bracket out. I'll show you where the rod goes in, how it hooks on there. So just get this out and get the entire bracket out for now. There's nothing else holding the battery in place, so just grab the battery and get it out. Be careful though, the battery is heavy. You don't want to drop it on something or drop it on yourself and hurt yourself. Get this jacket out, clean that up, and let's take a closer look at this rod. It's got a hook end and that hook end goes right over there. See, this is the way the bracket was positioned. The hook goes in right over there. The other one, it should stay in place, and even if you let it go, it won't just drop inside there. It's gonna basically stay over there. Just get this tray out for now and clean this up. To put it back in its place, there are 3 dimples over there. Align it with the 3 holes, position it, and that is good. Now looking at the battery itself, there are 2 markings for the 2 different terminals. Plus is positive and minus is negative. The battery is a group 35 battery and it has 550 cold cranking amp CCA. So get a replacement battery with the same CCA and same group size 35. Put it back in the car. Make sure it's positioned correctly. Put the jacket back on. Get the battery bracket in position. And now let's just focus on the one rod over there. Let's see how that hook end goes into the hole. And this is where you have to be patient. It may take a few attempts, but it'll finally go in. Just get it in position like this. Just focus only on that, and then once it looks like it's there, just twist it, and then hopefully it should go in the hole. Just get the nut on and then just tighten that nut down while you're still holding onto the rod to prevent it from spinning. Now for the other rod, there's still enough space for you to just get your fingers in there and get the rod out. And again, the rod should not just like come out all the way. If it does, I'll show you later on. It should not, but if it does, I'll show you how to fix it. Just get the second nut on. And let's hand tighten this first. Put that other bolt on and hand tighten that as well. Make sure everything is positioned. And now let's just start tightening everything down. Now when you're doing this tightening, at this point the rod may just come out, the second one. It may. If it does, just loosen this nut. And now I'll show you how the other rod goes in place. Just get it in there, get it inside that slot, and then once it's in, just twist it, and now it should stay in place. Just tighten this nut down. This bracket's not moving, the battery's not moving, and that is looking good. Now let's put the positive terminal wire back on and then push it down all the way on the battery post. You want to make sure it looks like this, so that way there's good connection. And then let's tighten this down, make sure the wire's not moving. That's good. Repeat this for the negative terminal, the black wire. Push it down and let's tighten this up. Let's not forget to put the red cap back on the positive terminal. And now let's go inside the car and try turning it on. Alright, let's turn this on, see what happens. And the engine turns on. Yep, that's good. No issues, no warning lights. That's very good. The radio is working as well. Let's try this. Everything's functioning. Yeah, that is good. That's pretty much it. See how easy the whole process was? To close the hood, simply lower it and then slam it shut. Hope you found it useful.